Welcome to the selfgrowth.com show. My name is David Riklan, and I'm the founder of selfgrowth.com. Today, we'll be discussing how to live in joy every day. To help us understand this topic, I'm excited to interview Barry Shore. Make sure to listen closely. We're going to be sharing a lot of information today, and we're going to be having a lot of fun and joy. Before we get started, I want to take a couple of minutes and share some information about Barry. Barry is the man who was completely paralyzed and went on to build a system to enable you to live in joy daily. He has a successful podcast, The Joy of Living, which is heard worldwide with over 2 million downloads. Barry Shore is the ambassador of joy. His mission is to transform the world through joy. He's also a successful serial entrepreneur with 2 multi-million-dollar exits and 3 issued patents. In September 2004, he became a quadriplegic overnight from a rare disease. His journey to regain mobility pushed him to go MAD, and MAD is M-A-D, make a difference. He built a program to teach people to live in joy daily, no matter the situation. To that end, BarryShore.com and the Joy of Living Institute were born. In recuperating, he's becoming an avid swimmer. His latest book, The Joy of Living, is due out in 2020. And I want you to jot this down. We're going to have some free gifts for you, a great quiz, but you need to jot this down. It's his website. Highly recommend write this down right now. Right after the interview, go to this. It's BarryShore.com, BarryShore.com, BarryShore.com. A lot of very practical, useful information. Make sure to take the quiz. It's called What's the Color of Your Stress? And he's also going to be offering a free gift later on during our interview, and I'll share the link for you right now. It's going to be BarryShore.com/free. So jot that down. At this point, let's jump in. Barry, welcome to our show.
Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good-looking people. Now, David, how can I categorically say that everybody that's watching is good-looking? Because by definition, if they tune in to you and self-growth, then they are always looking for and finding the good. That's what a good-looking person is, always looking for and finding the good.
All right, we got all these good-looking people. I like it. We're all looking for the good. Great. I love that message. So I'm going to start with a very broad question. We're talking about joy and the power of joy. Why you?
That's a great question. Why me? Well, first of all, this interview and this discussion is for one person and one person only. You, the one watching. Y-O-U-E-W-E, because you care the most in the whole world about you, which is great, by the way, because when you're the best you, that's why you go to selfgrowth.com. When you become the best you, you make a difference in the world. You could be mad. You build more bridges. You create more harmony. You begin to live in joy, happiness, peace, and love. Now, simple situation. The reason that you're listening is because David promised you something. We're going to deliver, which is how to live in joy every day. Simple situation, by the way. You are going to be healthier, wealthier, and wiser by hearing the message for the next few minutes. Why? Because in this situation, we work with the 3 fundamentals of life. Number one fundamental, life, your life has purpose. And when you live a purpose-driven life, you can go mad. Now, in this case, MAD is a great acronym that stands for Go Make a Difference, because when you think in good and you speak in good and you act in good, you make a difference just by your very being. And the 3rd fundamental of life is unlocking the secrets and the power of everyday words and terms. Everyday words and terms. Simple example, David. WWW. Ask anybody what it stands for, and they'll tell you, well, invariably it has something to do with the internet, right? And factually speaking, they're correct. But in our world, David, the world of the positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant, WWW stands for, drum roll, fanfare, da-da, da-da. What a wonderful world. And what is a word, W-H-A-T-A, what a wonderful world. Tip of the hat, of course, to that wonderful, amazing Satchmo, Louis Armstrong, for enabling that song to go worldwide and not just touch millions and tens of millions, but billions of people around the planet. And here's the key. Whenever you hear the opening bars of that song, what a wonderful world, what do you do? Look what David's doing right now. He's smiling. You can't help it, right? Now, SMILE is one of the greatest acronyms that you could ever utilize, internalize, and leverage in your life, because SMILE stands for seeing miracles in life every day. Seeing miracles in life every day. Now, whenever I'm speaking to people, whether it's 50 people or 50,000, or in the case of this particular video, maybe 500,000 people around the world, which is my worldwide audience, my podcast, people raise and say, but Barry Shore, I've been up for hours or I haven't seen any miracles. And I asked them, are you here? Can you hear? Can you see? Can you walk? Can you talk? Can you have water, drink, you have food to eat, you have a place to sleep, you have family, you have friends? Those are all miracles. Simple proof. We're in the midst of a pandemic. 1 million plus people did not get out of bed this morning. You know why? They died. You didn't. You're watching. If you're alive, you can live exuberantly. And another 1 million plus people didn't get out of bed because of the pandemic. But I trust 99.99% of everybody watching can get out of bed. Now, you asked about me. My story is on September 17th, 2004, I was standing up in the morning, like I hope 99.99% of everybody here, hale and hearty, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. And that evening, David, I was in the hospital, paralyzed, my neck down. It's called a quadriplegic. Nothing on my body moved. It wasn't an automobile accident. It wasn't a spinal injury. It was a rare disease that took over my body. A matter of hours, I was completely paralyzed. 144 days in hospital. I was in a hospital bed in my own home for 2 years. I couldn't turn over by myself. 4 years in a wheelchair. You see my hands. Thank God I have hands, but can't you do a lot with them.
Right.
I had braces on both my legs, my hips to my ankles, and that was progress. But thank God today I am vertical and ambulatory with the help of a 6.5-foot walking wand made from by a Zen master. Still can't walk up a stair by myself or a curb. And I have help 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. But you hear my voice, right? Positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant. Why? Because I've learned to see miracles in life every day. I got to tell you a fun story. My 8-year-old niece comes over to me a few weeks ago and says, Uncle Barry, can we spell smile S-M-I-E-L? I thought about it, I said, smile, sounds the same, why not? I asked her, how come? Because she says, because then it would stand for seeing miracles in everyday life. Out of the mouth of babes, the ability to see miracles in life every day. So that's why I have been through stuff. Look, right now you're watching this. I can't sit up from this chair. I can do this all day long, can't get up. I can push and pull and then stand up and lean against something because I'm still paralyzed from my waist down. Thank God my upper body is a bit refreshed. And through the process, I learned how to swim. But we'll talk about that a little later. So that's why I see miracles in life every day, and so can you. And then you'll be able to live in joy every day. By the way, joy stands for generating ongoing youth. You want to find the fountain of youth? Live in joy daily.
I love the messages. And here's the biggest thing. It's perspective. It's how you're looking at things. I love that smile, seeing miracles in life every day. I love that concept because
in fact, don't you? I think we have a screenshot of that. You have that handy?
I do.
Put it up for people. If you can quickly, that's great. If not,
let's bring that up. It's just SM, and you have some stuff. There's cards that you have for this also. So let's.
Right. Well, we'll talk about the 11 strategies for living in joy daily. Look at that. And one of the strategies is seeing miracles in life every day. Smile.
I see.
Another one of the strategies is, by the way, keep smiling. This keep smiling card, more than 2 million have been given out in over 27 languages around the world for free. They're available for free. You have to pay postage for the physical cards, but you can go to the website, barryshore.com, and click on the Keep Smiling button, and you can send them by email for free anywhere in the world, 27 different languages and many other messages. Matter of fact, one of the messages has on the bottom of the card, you'll see it says, what does it read there, David? Below the Keep Smiling. You see it? What does it say?
For more fun, FUNN, visit barryshore.com. Is that what you mean?
Okay. So look at that, what he just said. He read F-U-N-N. So I have to interrupt myself and tell everybody, I'm going to warn you, I use a lot of four-letter words. And I
Okay.
like them. I even use the four-letter F-U word because it's fun. And I do it for the shock value. But the four-letter words that I use, David, because I live in a positive, purposeful, powerful, pleasant world are live, love, give, grow, help, hope, holy, free. And the F-U word is fun. F-U, capital N, capital N. But people right now say, but Barry Shore, fun is only spelled with three letters. Not in our world, the world of the positive. We spell it F-U, capital N, capital N. So after you see this and you see your family and your friends later in the day, put a twinkle in your eye and a big smile on your face. Remember what smile stands for. Point your finger, says F-U, everybody. But remember to add right away, capital N, capital N. Say, where'd you get that? So I listened to The Joy of Living
I
with
love it.
Barry Shore and David Riklan. Go to the site. You'll love it.
All right. Well, first, I love the energy. It's infectious. The joy and an interesting thing that I've always seen is smiling joy. This is all infectious, which is why I want to keep going because there's a lot of other stuff. I want to hear some of your strategies. But you talked. I started you out with a why you, and you expanded that. But an important question that people really need to know is, all right, I get it. It's important. Why now? Why now versus any other time?
So let's be blunt. We're in the midst of a pandemic worldwide. The most searched word, David, on the internet outside of COVID or pandemic is stress.
Oh, yeah.
S-T-R-E-S-S,
Yep.
stress.
Yep.
Who doesn't feel it, right? I live in the world of acronyms. Remember, I come from positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant. We look at everything. We unlock the secrets and the power of everyday words, one of the three fundamentals. Stress stands for stomach turning reality, enabling self-sabotage. Ah!
Ooh,
You know
that's
what
even worse.
happened? I lost my job. I lost my house, my wife, the kids, all of that. Yeah! It's true. Stomach turning reality, enabling self-sabotage. However, in our world, stress also stands for stomach turning reality. The same situation. It's true. It may be dire, enabling self-success.
I love it.
That's why you come to selfgrowth.com. The whole point is what happens in that moment, your choice of how to respond. The 6 most important words you'll ever learn. 6 most important words. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Choice, your choice. How you respond in this particular time turns stress into stress and opportunity to live, enjoy daily, even now.
Right.
Yes, even now.
Right. I want to jump in and give out the website one more time. And if you can tell us a little bit more about what you're offering in terms of the stress, the test, and what's going on the site. So it's Barry Shore, very simple, B-A-R-R-Y, Shore, S-H-O-R-E.com. What are you offering for folks that can help right now on your site?
Right now. By the way, now stands for no other way. No other way. Because taking action is the key to life. If you're even thinking of this word or saying this word, I'll do it later. Later is the first step to never. Do it now. BarryShore.com, B-A-R-R-Y-S-H-O-R-E. Just go there, just to visit. Okay, you want to go later, fine. But go there now. Now stands for no other way. And when you do that, you own it. Own stands for the same letters. Only with now. And then you've won. One is W-O-N, same letters, with only now. So the ability to go there, if you go to BarryShore.com, you're going to see so many wonderful things for free. And one of the things I urge you to do is take the free quiz. What color is your stress? Find out. Do it. I mean, it's for your benefit. Remember, the only reason I'm here, the only reason David's here is for you. Y-O-U. I'm in happiness. I'm in joy. I'm doing it. It's for you. So go to the site. And also, you can click at barryshow.com/free. Free $50 gift. I'll even tell you some of what it is. It's the 11 strategies for living in joy daily me. 3+ minutes on each strategy. And it's yours for free. It's video, MP3, carry it with you, share it. Share, by the way, stands for spreading happiness and rejuvenating energy, because that's what you're all about. You want to do this because you want to be healthier and wealthier. That is the promise. It will happen. Do it now.
All right, let's jump in. So make sure you check out his website. You mentioned the 11 strategies. Can you share some of the strategies now? What are some of the strategies you built?
So some of these strategies, again, remember all of this came out of a process where I was completely, totally paralyzed. Thank God, no longer. I'll just give you one piece to encourage all of you. In the course of gaining back some of my physical abilities, I did a lot of what's called aquatic therapy. I had therapists working with me in the pool. I live in Southern California. Hello, beautiful tan, swimming outdoors, and working with me in the pool. Over the course of a couple of years, I was able finally to move my arms over my head and do a backstroke. Wow, okay. They put flotation devices on my legs and around my belly so I wouldn't sink and drown, but I was able to swim.
Right.
I swam 1 mile, David, one day. It took me 100 minutes, actually 98 minutes, to swim 1 mile without stopping. Wow! I said, this is great. Wow, by the way, stands for words of wonder, words of wisdom. I said, I love this. I started doing it once a week and twice a week, 3 times a week, 4 times, 5, because I'm addicted to goodness. Hello, I'm an addict. I agree, I'm an addict to goodness. I was able to finally turn on my belly, and with certain, what do you call, paddles on my fingers and a snorkel and flotation on my legs, I now swim 2 miles a day, 6 days a week. Been doing it for 12 years. I have over 7,861 miles, which, by the way, David's in New Jersey, right? So where David is swimming from New Jersey or New York, across the Atlantic Ocean, through the Straits of Gibraltar, across the Mediterranean, up to Jerusalem, and then down to Dubai. And I keep doing it. So why am I talking about this? Because this gives you the incentive to persevere, to continue, to never give up. So one of the strategies, the simple one, we had smile, we have keep smiling, get uncomfortable. Get uncomfortable? Yes, get uncomfortable. The comfort zone is where dreams go to die. Hey, it's nice to come home and sit in that chair and just watch television. Comfort is not going to enable you to be the best you possible. Now, we're not talking about putting a pebble in your shoe of walking around with a hair shirt. We're talking about small things. How's this? If you're right-handed, you brush your teeth with your right hand, learn to brush your teeth with your left hand. That's it. Get uncomfortable, but do it consciously and conscientiously. Here's an amazing one. This is so important, and I'm going to share it with you now, but you can read it in my upcoming book, The Joy of Living. The 2 most important words in the English language, David, are thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks stands for to harmonize and network kindness. The Dalai Lama has been quoted as saying, and read in his writings, be kind whenever possible. And it's always possible. God willing, we'll all be able to go back to coffee shops pretty soon, right? You go to the coffee shop, you order a fancy latte for $5.50, you sit down, somebody brings it to you, say, thank you. You go to the coffee shop, you order a fancy latte for $5.50, nobody brings it to you. You go up to the counter and they say, oh, I'm sorry, we forgot. A couple more minutes go by and somebody brings it to you. Still say, thank you. You're walking out of the coffee shop and it's raining out, David. Somebody holds the door open for you. You say, thank you. You're walking out of the coffee shop and it's raining and somebody slams the door on you. What do you say, David? Thank you. You're stuck in traffic and you're moving along. Somebody cuts you off. You're late for an appointment. What do you say? Thank you. Get up in the middle of the night and you stub your toe and it hurts. What do you say? Thank you. To harmonize and network kindness. When you can train yourself to say thank you consciously and conscientiously 3 times a day, you're mad. You're going to make a difference in the world. Remember, one of the 3 fundamentals of life. Your life has purpose. You can go mad, make a difference with your words, your thoughts, your deeds. Uncover the secrets and the power of everyday terms. That's how we learn to live in joy every day.
Uh, Very, very powerful lessons. I love it. The acronyms are phenomenal. Acronyms are phenomenal. I'm loving smile, mad, joy. A lot of what's interesting to me is in each of the acronyms, there's a hidden wisdom of a way we should be acting that will bring infinite joy. Just the concept of thanking you, thanks. I love it. I love it.
And look, as you just said, the hidden wisdom is this. Take the word create. What a great word, create, right? Create stands for causing rethinking, enabling all to excel. You see, because it's your thoughts where everything begins. When you begin to think in good and speak in good and act in good, because it originates here, you're creating the kind of world we all want to live in, right? Now, rethinking, we have a brain. We have 100 billion plus brain cells. We have 10,000 trillion synapses connecting all these brain cells. And they're there for more than deciding what kind of latte you want this morning. It's there to begin to fulfill your dreams, to enable you to be the best you possible. And when you do, you become a bridge. You create more harmony, more joy, happiness, peace, and love in the world. That's what you're doing. Like you said, Dave, the words of wisdom, words of wonder. Wow! And it's all available at barryshore.com. Go, do
Good
it
stuff.
now.
Can you give us some examples of success from implementing these strategies? You've given us, I just want to reiterate to folks that we don't have the time to go through everything today and really want to go to barryshore.com, either barryshore.com or barryshore.com/free to first to get some of the information that we're talking about here if you missed it, and also to get additional information we can cover. So let's take a look at some of the examples of success. So
Success stories. Okay, they abound. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 short ones. No, 2 or 3 long ones. I'll make short.
okay, go.
And I'm going to start with one that just happened recently. Remember, you're going to be healthier and wealthier because of these 11 strategies. Her name is Aida, AIDA, like the famous opera. Boom, 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 ba-da. I had the great opportunity of singing happy birthday to Aida just a few days ago on her 108th birthday.
Wow.
That's a wow. Why do I tell you that? Because she's my swimming buddy. We swim in a particular lane at the pool. It has a special chair that enables people with issues to get in and out of the water and things like that.
Sure.
108, she still, when she sees me, she says, "Hi, Barry, sing me a song." She remembers my name. I don't remember my name sometimes. You all have that situation, right? It's 108. She's sharp. She's there. We've been swimming together since she's 95. I met her when she was 95. And I talked a bit. And she said to me, "Oh, I'm 95, but I'm just not that happy. I love your energy. I love you. How do you do it?" So I've been working with her for the past 13 years. She utilizes the 11 strategies. Which one does she like the most? Get uncomfortable. You hear this?
That's a
She
good one.
said, "Teach me. I want to learn." 95, and she's 108 now, and exuberant. By the way, she gives out Keep Smiling cards. Speaking of Keep Smiling cards, here's a very brief story. Her name was Heather. Young girl. She decided she was going to check out. She found a building near where she lived, New England town, 13 stories, and she found that this had roof access. Wouldn't have an alarm go off. So Monday morning, it's cold, it's a winter's day, it's raining out, put on her hoodie overhead and nobody see her head down. She's walking along and she steps on something, a blue card. And she has no idea, she told me why she looked down, but she looked and said, "Keep smiling." So she picked it up and she said, "What a sick joke." And she's standing there. And somebody walks past her and says, "Good morning." Another person walks on the other side. "Hello." Another person on the other side. "Hey, stay dry." And she said she was transfixed. She didn't know what to do. She said it felt like half hour, maybe 10 seconds it was reality. And she's looking at the card and said, "I didn't know what to do." She crushed the card, put it in her hoodie, And she turned around, went home. That was 6 years ago, David. She tells me she still struggles, but she's here. A keep smiling card saved a life. Yes, and people saying hello at that moment.
Right.
And she loves the program. I'll tell you one more story, very, very short. One of my clients has an only child, a son, with a very debilitating disease. This disease literally rots your bones from the inside and your body crushes in on itself. And you don't even want to know what somebody looks like. The kid is 12, maybe has 2 more years to live. And his best friend, a girl, has the same disease and such. She's a little bit more advanced in the sense that it's hard to look at her because of her features. So my client said to her son, David, his name is David, how do you look at Jessica? Isn't it hard? And he says, Mom, she can't help the way she looks. I have to learn how to see differently. 12-year-old.
Right.
Because he has been being fed the course through his mother. I call those success stories. Healthier. Well, I can give you stories of money that pours into people from this also. But these are the ones that really matter. Because you want to live in joy daily. When you do that, abundance is yours. Bounty is yours. It's all available. Do it now.
I love it. I love those stories because it shows the impact that we can have on our own lives by just changing how we think, changing how we're acting. It's phenomenal. I just want to step a couple of things. So you talked a little bit about this, but can you go maybe a little bit more detail? What do people get out of using all your strategies? And does this mean major life changes in life? What are you seeing? What changes are happening from the strategies and how are people being impacted?
So thank you for the question, because this is on everybody's mind. Everybody. I'm talking about thousands and thousands of people who've come to the course, gone through the course, and been successful in the course. Wait a minute, I have to do everything, I have to change and all this other stuff. So the simple answer is no. You can do whatever you want. It's available. Whether you do it or not is up to you. But here's probably the best part. There's 11 strategies. You choose what you want. Some resonate, some people love to keep smiling. Some people like seeing miracles. Some people like being uncomfortable. Some people like thank you. Some people like I appreciate. Some people like happy by choice. What resonates with you begins with you, and it's all about small incremental steps of internalizing. Remember, we talked about purpose. Mm-hmm. Once you begin to understand that you have purpose and you learn, we have a meditation. It takes 2 minutes. 2 minutes, David. Do it before noon and do it after noon. And you do this 11 days in a row without stopping. By the 12th day, you'll be consciously calm and aware. And now purpose becomes, if you didn't know before, it becomes part of you. You'll be able to write it down. You'll be able to analyze it. And then you go mad. When you understand that you want to be mad, you want to make a difference in your life, because you care about you, small incremental steps. And guess what will happen? By moving ever forward. That's the definition of happiness, by the way. Ever striving forward at your pace, you will become the best you. That's all we want. You don't want to be Barry Shore. You don't want to be David Riklan. You want to be you. That's what we want, because when you're the best you, you are now serving the world. By the way, we need you. The world needs you. That's the genius of the program. It's yours. Do with it as you wish. Utilize it, share it, live it, love it, enjoy it.
All right. A couple of things. So you mentioned the program. So the first thing, go to barryshore.com or barryshore.com/free. And I know you have a lot of free resources, but you also have a more comprehensive program. Is this an expensive program? What's involved with that?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is the most expensive program you'll ever have. You know why? Because it's going to cost your most valuable asset, time. If you invest your time with the 11 strategies, and I'm talking somewhere between 3 to 5 minutes a day, you will be you, the best you. Now, in terms of money, 27 cents a day. That turns out to be, I think it's $99. 27 cents a day. Most people in the United States of America, even now, with all the stuff that's going on, waste 27 cents a day,
Correct.
David. 27 cents a day. The course was built for a reason. I've been through stuff. I attest what it means to be in stuff, stress. I dedicate everything I do to my wife, Naomi, Naomi, because without her, I would just be protoplasm. Everything you're seeing here, all me moving around and being me. This is me, by the way. I am high energy. She's low, not no low energy. She's different. They say opposites attract. I don't know why she loves me, but she does. 44 years married. But the point is, she took care of everything. All I had to do was unfold.
Right.
So when you begin to unfold for minutes of your day, 27 cents, you become the best you. And there's so much more. It's deep, it's wonderful, it's absorbing, and it's filled with joy.
Which is appropriate coming from the ambassador of
joy.
I love it.
Joy,
So
generating ongoing youth.
So there's a couple of quick things. So first, I want to remind everybody, when we're done, as soon as we're done, go to barryshore.com, check out what he's doing.
Even while we're talking, go to barryshore.com.
While we're talking, go to barryshore.com. And I just want to take 1 second, give you a second to talk about your book. I'm going to show a screen share over here.
The book is so wonderful because the cover is great, by the way, but the book is so wonderful because not only does it discuss the 11 strategies, but the first few chapters talk about stress kills,
yep,
joy heals, scientific stuff, all about it. But it's really dedicated to some of the people that have enabled me to learn these lessons. Remarkable people who are not famous, but they impact. Elijah, Terrible T, Mr. Marsh, Francis with an I, which is the male Francis, and above all, Francis with an E. She is my inspiration, my model. When you read this book, it's not to read, it's to use, it's to explore. In my humble opinion, every single home should have 3 books at least, and they're all titled with joy. The Joy of Cooking with Julia Childs. The Joy of Sex. It's a manual. Recipes also. And The Joy of Living, my book, because it's recipes also. I mean, what's better than learning how to cook and eat, having great sex, and living in joy daily? Those are the 3 joy books everybody should have. How's that, David?
It's a triple threat.
Yeah, triple win. It's out of the park. Clean up the bases, baby. We're in.
I love it. Looking forward to seeing the book. So any final messages before we finish up today?
I would love to give a blessing to the many tens of thousands, and God willing, if you share this with 5 friends, or maybe even not friends, maybe even people you don't like, share this because it'll better build a bridge. I'd like to share a blessing with everybody. And that is, live exuberantly. Go forth and spread the seeds of joy, happiness, peace, and love. Go mad. Go make a difference.
Great message. Thank you for joining us, Barry. Thanks for the energy. Thanks for the joy. And I'd like to thank everybody for listening, for being here today. And I wish you all great success in all areas of your life. We'll talk.
Because it's yours. Available now.
I love it. See everybody soon.